Today, we will be reviewing the Belle Meade bourbon finished in sherry cask. Yes, sir. What's going on? I'm back at it again. Another hot review for you. Drams on deck. Today, we got a hitter. Today, we got the Belle Meade bourbon finished in sherry cask. Yes, sir. Now, this one right here is bottled at 45.2%. And this is my very first time in product with a Belle Meade. So, I was at the store, maybe, I got this within a month ago, and I wanted to try Belle Meade. I heard, different things about it, mostly good, but I wanted to check it out myself. This one right here, it was between this and the cask strength one. So I was teetering, so both of them are I like cask strength and I like sherry. So I was like, well, it's a win-win either way. I decided to go with sherry cask. So this one right here is finished in sherry. So it's a 9-year-old bourbon. I think it's MGP. It's a distiller out of Tennessee, aged for 9 years, and it's finished in sherry cask. So I don't know the how long it's actually matured in the sherry, but it's finished there. So it's probably, I would imagine, a year or less. Someone in the comment box probably may know, so you can drop that in there. But this one right here, this ran me about 80 bucks. So a tax, it was pushing 90 almost. So that's the ballpark. I've seen this anywhere from 80 to $100. So I got it for around 80 bucks. And I've said, I'm sure in other sectors you may probably find this for even cheaper than that. So location dictates how much the price is. But out here in Southern California, it's gonna run you about at least 80 bucks on the average. So you can maybe find it somewhere in a different state like Ohio or another spot that you can probably get it for cheaper, Texas and stuff like that. So, but anyway, this color right here has a very dark medium brown amber color to it, as you can see through the glass. Very nice. And so for me, this one right here, it's a bourbon, but it's a finished bourbon. I actually like I've had certain bourbon products that was finished. I really enjoyed it, so I decided to give this one a ring. And I said, you know what? Let me give it. Let me go around and see what it really has to offer. So I've had this bottle, like I said, less than a month. So I really haven't done too much sharing with it. So really just taking my time and just trying from time to time. So that being said, let's jump on this nose. Picking up some dark fruits. Smells like a dark cherry. Like maybe some dried cocoa. It's okay. It's not bad. It doesn't stick out to me like us. Very something that I would go back to just in those. But it's not bad. I'd really pick up just a dark cherry, a little bit of oak, a little bit of that sherry cask influence. That's mainly what I pick up on this. Is it oily? There's an okay oiliness to it. Not bad. You probably can't tell, but on this, a little bit of oiliness on it. That's it. Let's jump on this palette and see what we got. Okay. There's a decent amount of viscosity to it, or oiliness. That first sip takes over, coats the palate. Second sip allows me to dive deeper into the notes. Okay, not bad. To me, I pick up, even though it's 45%, it's very rich. I like it. I don't pick up a punch per se or a burn or anything, but it definitely has some meat to it, I would say, meaning that it sticks to it. I can feel just a little bit of heat. It doesn't burn, but that's a good. What I'm saying, that's a good thing. On the sherry tip, I pick up some sherry, but to me, it's finished in sherry, so it's different from if I'm comparing this to a sherry whiskey or a sherry scotch. This definitely doesn't have nowhere near the sherry influence of a 12-year-old that's specifically aged 12 years in sherry, as opposed to this that's probably only aged a year or less in sherry. So that being said, it has a nice, decent amount of sherry influence, but it's not as heavy as I'm used to, because me mostly being a scotch drinker, I'm used to sherry bombs. So this is not a sherry bomb, but it has a nice ample amount of sherry influence to it. But it's more, I guess I find it more subtle because sherry cask was like my first love into scotch. So compared to like a Glendronach, this is, the sherry consistency is not even close, But that's expected, like I said, it's finishing that. So I actually pick up some oak, a little bit of the sherry influence, and I pick up maybe just a tad bit of that dark cherry that I had on the nose. I pick that up as well. Those are the three things I'm picking up: just a little bit, tad of sherry, the dark cherries, a little bit of spice, and the oak. They all come together well. So nothing is stands out more so than others. So they all kind of nest together. So it's not like it's a sherry bomb. It's not super oaky, not super strong. So it's kind of like I would say consistent flavors. In the sense that nothing jumps out higher than the other. It just kind of rides through. So I'll take one more sip. Not bad. Here's the thing for me. I almost find this as a bourbon, almost trying to be a scotch a little bit, and that I guess I look at it like, if I want a real true sherry, get a real true sherry whiskey. So even the sherry I pick up, it said Oloroso. I don't know if it's first or second fill, but I guess my standard's a little bit higher when it comes to sherry. So I guess the sherry doesn't taste. It tastes almost like a third fill, like it's less. The flavors are less muted. But like I said, that's obviously because it hasn't been finished that long. And but oh no, I get this put away. I like it, but I'm not impressed with it. And the main thing that I don't like is the price point, because for $90, I'm better off just getting a 12-year-old sherry scotch that is great at being sherry, or just getting me a 9-year-old bourbon, that at a price. So I get the price point. To me, I don't think it's worth the price point. That's the main thing I'm saying. All around, like I said, it's okay. It's a pretty good dram. It's not something that I would say, oh man, you got to have this in the collection, or you have to try this. I think that it's not a sherry bomb, and it's a probably okay bourbon mixed together. Like I said, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. If I had to rate this 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would probably give this just on taste alone, I give it a 7, no more than a 7, which is still pretty decent. That's pretty good. It's above average, so it's pretty good. Like I said, I think the main thing is the price point for me, and that certain drams, when you taste it, something just sticks out, like it's super spicy, super sweet, whether it's the nose or the pungency, or if it's a high ABV, something that kind of just wows you. Like if you really into something, if something wows you. So this, nothing wows me about this. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have that it factor. It's decent. It will do. It's better than no do. It's above it will do. But I'm trying to say is, for me, nothing stands out. The sherry doesn't stand out. The bourbon itself doesn't stand out. But yet and still, it is above average. I give you that. So I give it a 7. Like I said, no more than a 7. And on taste alone, it's not bad. It's no burn, no bite to it. It tastes like maybe a third fill, or I would say a lesser than stellar sherry cask, but still not bad nevertheless. So I would say no more than a 7 on the taste. And all in all, I would give it a 6.5. Really, well, actually, I probably would have given it a 6 to be real. When I say 6, I'm talking about the whole package. So if I package in the pricing, that's the part. So I have to drop a notch because of the price. On taste, it's definitely above average taste. So that's why I would say I would give it a 6.5, 7 range on taste. But I have to drop it to a 6 all in all when I factor in the availability and the price. This is something that's not available everywhere. And when it is available, like I said, usually the cheapest prices I've seen, at least in Southern California, is $80. And some spots, there's another spot that sells $400. To me, this spirit, however, it is above average. It is definitely not a $100 spirit. There's other things that I can get that's far better. You know, if you want a sherry cask, I would say go out and get a Glendronach 12-year, or get you a Macallan 12-year. Those run you around $60, and they're better than this. Or you can even get a Glenmorangie 12-year sherry cask. If we talking about just sherry, if you want a sherry bomb or something that's sherry, I would say those. Those is, you know, significantly less than this, and they're better at being a sherry cask. If you want a bourbon, you know, I would say go out. I mean, there's tons of bourbon. It depends on which kind you want. You know, there's a lot of bourbons you can get for cheaper than, you know, just $80. So if you want those mixed together, by mixing a bourbon that with the sherry influence, that's the part that I say it's not bad. It's not bad on that sense, but it's nothing stellar. So like I said, nothing stands out to me. The sherry doesn't stand out. Like, it doesn't wow me. The oak or even the bourbon just doesn't wow me. It's good, but it just doesn't wow me. If you catch my drift. So all in all, the major knock is the price. I think, in my opinion, I would probably sell this for no more than $50. No more. I would say no more than 50, 60 in that range. Not a dollar over $60. Or I think it should be priced. Honestly, I think 50 is more of a better price point. There are other bourbons that are $50 that are, to me, contemporaries that you could get in addition other than this. I can't think of much of a bourbon finished in sherry, at least to date, that I could compare this to. But as I said before, if you want sherry casks, there are other things. If you want bourbons, there are other things. Mixed together, it's not bad, but it's nothing just really wows me. Price is too high. All in all, I give it a 6. 6.5 to 7 on taste. Overall, when I factor in the availability price, it drops it to a 6. But that's still above average. So that's not a bad thing. It's not bad. Would I buy this product again at the price? No, I wouldn't. If this was priced what I suggested, I mean, I could do it, but you know, I could. If this was probably in the $50 or less range, I would get it again. But since it's not, no, I won't be getting it again for the price point. But that's why I'm here to tell you. So if you was thinking about Belle Meade, if you try it, I heard good things about the cask strength. I have not had the cask strength, but this one right here for the sherry cask, in my opinion, is a pretty decent dram. It's a decent dram, but for the price point, see if you can get it for, you know, different states may have interest. So if you were somewhere in a different state, you can get it for in the 50 range or something around there. I think it's a decent buy. It's a decent buy for that one. I think it's something that you can get with for that price. But for $80 or $90 or $100, no, I don't think it's worth that price point. But all in all, total package is a 6 for me. So you like this review, please hit me in my comment box. Please, in the description, I have a link for my Instagram, so you will see it's part of my collection of upcoming things. As far as bottles that I have not yet reviewed, you can check my Instagram out. The link's down below. Man, I thank y'all for your support, man, and be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because those are free. Thank y'all for your time. Drams on deck. Yes, sir.